When it
The
comes back, it's going to be the most buff crow ever.
the crows get into the harbor. They start circling around the ships. Sailors who are actually being kept on board the vessels look and call up and yell. Clanking onto the deck, top side of one of the vessels. A flagship is the very pristine and illustrious Santa Claus looking fellow who looks exactly how he looks in that token.
Oh, flying crows. I've seen that too.
Looks up, like puts a hand like over his eyebrows, stares up. Along, close by, relatively close by, on board what appears to be another flagship, a rather dapper looking fellow, immaculately dressed, lifts up his telescope to get a closer look at the situation. He looks a little like that.
Huh?
Staring up at the crows that are flying. He waves up.
I suppose we land? Like,
Whose ship do you want to land on?
Let's wave back.
Well, Lord Ravenger was being more friendly.
Whose ship do you want to choose?
no! It's one of those telltale
Why
moments
aren't
that
they
like
on the same
freezes.
ship?
You see like the two choices hanging there.
I like this guy. He's got a big beard.
Lord Mulrain will remember this.
Alright, well, Tempus chose.
Alright.
I can put it on him.
I made the decision on a beard.
You fly away from the waving person.
Oh god, no, it's Ravenger!
Alright, sure.
Tempest like immediately pulls like on his crow's feathers. Morian like looked initially pleased, and then as the crows suddenly fly away, he frowns severely
God damn it.
and begins barking orders to like sailors on the ship. Ravinger folds
Ready
up like
weapons.
his far eyes and beams as the crows basically like awkwardly land on the incredible warship. It has been some time, Tempus, but that most certainly is the Whispering Ravinger. You know, he looks actually better dressed and more finely decorated than he did when you last saw him ever so long ago.
Tempest's first words will be, "Are you still raiding convoys?"
Aranas frowned,
What?
looking at Tempus, saying,
Okay.
I believe he was protecting convoys at Cape Thunder. Although,
Ravinger says, yes. I, along with Lord Mulrian and Inator, have returned some time ago from our mission in the Koru Straits. Resounding success, very few losses, none of the ships were lost.
Huzzah!
We returned here to Newport and have been waiting a bit since, helping Governor Tristan with keeping order in the area, bandits and what have you returning to the region, as bandits do, of course, what with the lack of food and the sickness and all of the doubt and everything spreading.
Understandable.
A bandit's life is incredibly hard, and I understand that many men have to make hard choices, but keeping order and stability in the Empire is most important. He says with a smile, it just seems a little greasy.
Aranas says, good. And he'll ask someone standing around if we could get one of our garrison or paladins, someone from there to give us a report on what happened in Kavanaugh, basically.
As for what happened in Kavanaugh, they helped to rebuild the city. There were no massive bandit incursions, although a number of refugees have come pouring into the city as well. There's not a whole lot the garrison or the paladins can really do to help that, so once they finished rebuilding the city walls and shit, they looked around and then came back here to Newport.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, that's good.
It's very good.
When everyone else is like looking away at like paladins or garrison people or stuff, Ravinger will look at Tempus, and Ravinger will lift like a finger to his lips, like shh.
Tempest's eyebrow will perk up, but he'll keep quiet.
Ravinger smiles.
Alright, got a report. We'll look back and look at Ravinger and say, Lord Ravinger, or yeah, I suppose that's his name.
Yes, it is.
How do you think that that the warships are doing well service here at the moment, or do you think, in your educated opinion, as an admiral of the Imperial Fleet, that it would be better perhaps to escort refugee ships towards Horizon? I understand quite a few will be sailing that way, and the sea might still be dangerous from, well, giants and such.
Ravinger says, I would prefer not to wait here. I would like to get a moving, especially so that I don't have to entertain Lord Morian and his bickering.
Right. Would you prefer him being sent with the refugees then, or yourself? Do you think you would be better stationed here dealing with frowns, bandit corsairs, I suppose?
I don't think there's much in the way of bandit corsairs. I think ships are at a premium now, other than the Berg whatevers that the Lord Morian mentions. I think that we should actually stick together, as much as I dislike the old man.
All right, I suppose that makes sense. Aranas looks at this. I am of a mind to have our ships escorting the many civilians who will be traveling towards Horizon from here.
Yes, that would be.
Seems like, since there's not much of a threat to the city from sea, that would be something that could be done.
Yes, I do agree.
Beyond that, of course, there are our other forces, which could be sent to aid in the construction of Proudfort, though I don't know that it's necessary. Perhaps the mages could be sent with the ships as to aid against, well, Bergship raiders should they appear. I understand that one of those would be quite a challenge.
Oh yes,
deal with.
White Dragon allies, I believe Lord Morian mentioned as well. Really wasn't paying attention at the time.
The wizards have shown themselves to be rather good at pushing the ships along should the worst happen, and having them with the refugees and with our fleet would be a good thing, I think.
Yes, and their fire magic would be a good asset in case of
yes, useful as well.
icebergs.
The garrison and the paladins might be useful here, to be honest, or they could be sent to aid Cape Thunder, though hopefully that will not be necessary for too much longer.
Yes.
Which of those options do you think would be more useful? The city here certainly could use the aid, I believe, in making sure that everything stays orderly. I believe the garrison on Marcus is originally from here as well.
I do believe so, yes. The other point being that there will be more Malfs that Newport will have to support.
Of course, but hopefully our aid can help ship some of them towards Horizon as fast as possible.
Indeed. I do believe for the time being that they should stay here. Perhaps when many have been evacuated, they could head towards Proudfort and await new orders there.
Yes. Beyond that, it also helps that the paladins perhaps can be trusted to show good moral in dealing with the law of Newport, as to perhaps hungry standard guardsmen could have a hard time of staying incorruptible in the face
I would certainly
of
hope so, yes.
That our people would would be good at doing what they're doing.
Yes.
All right then. That seems to be a.
Should maybe be paired off to at least have one paladin in each group.
I'm sure they know what they're doing. Yeah. They have worked together in Kavanaugh as well.
Indeed.
Do everyone think that this seems like a sound plan?
Yes.
I think so.
All right.
I see it as decent use of our resources.
Very well then. I think those are the orders we shall give then. To send the 2 warships and the mages escorting or helping to ferry the many refugees towards Horizon. And
Lord Enator, he gets to deal with more peasants.
well, he doesn't have to be on the same ships as them, right?
He
Well,
is so thoroughly unthrilled about his life currently. Especially now that he has a firm target to blame, and it's the druids for having unraveled his wards.
Yeah.
He's pretty furious.
Well, maybe
At
it's
least
good we
the,
sent him to Horizon then.
Yeah.
Sentiment in the city is also anti-druid as well. Word has apparently spread out, and there's quite a number of criers who are blaming the druids for the cold, that they are intentionally trying to starve out civilization.
Dragon propaganda right there.
I would agree with that propaganda.
The dragons want, like, the druids, and they fight, and all they have to do really is have leak a few documents that show that,
Yeah.
We can't really necessarily trust that the druid was behind it either. Even if they, captured a guy briefly that had documents that conveniently showed that it was.
Metagame-wise, there's a difference between metagame and in character there. But the players, Sheep and Gryph, should fervently, and as well as Dark, should adamantly know what they got.
Yeah.
I have no idea
Although,
about that.
why would the druids carry documents? It's not really their style, is it?
No, I
Do you study
Frankly-
druid styles to
frankly
determine
do
whether
not
or
know.
Well, what
Yes.
Maybe they would do it in Druid.
As leader of the Frost Range Companions.
I know much about the druids in the Wildwood, yes. Study them thoroughly.
When they receive messages they're biodegradable and then eat them or some shit.
It's recycling. Regardless, I suppose that would be that then.
Yeah, just
As the rest of us conveniently go and give the commands, leaving Tempus a little more time with Raminger if he wants it. He's the only character who would know anything strange
That's
about
right.
that person.
Sure. Is there anything Tempus wants to say to Ravinger as the two of them just somehow innocuously manage to be alone?
Probably more along the lines of Tempest will just be sort of sitting on a crate and Ravager will appear in the room or something along those kind of sneaky shaded lines.
Yep. Lips will curl upward, his hands are folded behind his back, looking as if he belongs as an admiral.
You know, I just have one question. Just one. You got any more of that wine?
Ravinger sighs and says, No. Unfortunately, the peasants took it all.
Tempest smiles, looks in his backpack, pulls out a bottle, looks at it, sighs. I'm afraid this one's a bit off, as he rests it on the table, the crate nearby.
Ravinger looks at it and says, Well, can't expect much in the current climate, right?
To give a bit of metagame, this is the one where it went off when we went into that stone village, the basilisk area.
Yeah.
Still
yeah.
have
Yeah.
that?
I still have that.
It's super aged.
Yeah.
I know. Ravinger, he'll lean over here, open it, Don't
like
think I'll be
black.
drinking any of that. He'll put it back down.
I tried to keep it for a good occasion when I met you again. And, well, seems a basilisk got it to it a bit too soon.
Oh, yes, that basilisk. I do. That was quite some time ago.
Well, I know wine doesn't age well in bottles, but this one surely has. And he sort of taps the bottle and sort of it falls over with a solid thunk. I imagine the contents have, like, molded into a solid block by this point.
It was thoroughly poisoned to begin with. Whenever you entered the Black Basilisk's realm.
Yeah.
It's just like oil.
Well,
So-
not that kind of oil. What is it?
Admiral Ravinger.
Yes. Tempus?
Mm-hmm. Tempus will nod.
Where's the rest of your companions at? It's been...
Tempus will raise his fingers. Dead. Mine stolen. Lich King stole him. And dead.
Oh, that was Leon.
Yep.
Oh, I suppose that. Oh, it didn't really stand out to me.
He's kind of not one that really grabs much attention at the best of times.
Yeah. So, you're really the gone, dead, mine stolen. That was pretty bad. Shame.
Yep. And yet here you are, an admiral. It seems, well, my companions have had all the bad luck. You've had all the luck.
Yeah, well, I might have filled a vacancy in the Admiralty.
Let me guess. It just magically appeared, and you were graciously offered it.
I've worked pretty hard for the opportunity, and have gladly proven myself to be most capable of this whole sea ship business whenever you turn the front and the back, or foresies, or
Tempest
afterwards.
just gives a knowing, nodding smile as, uh-huh.
It's, developed my own form of communication whenever I give commands,
You there, do that, climb that thing, make thing go faster.
It helps that I'm around that, this Lord Morgan Mulrian. He's such a stickler for the proper vernacular that, I've taken to eavesdropping and learning it so I can mimic him.
Tempest goes, you're bluffing to be an admiral?
Yes. I've never sailed a ship in my entire life until several months ago, really. It's supposed to be a year at this point. Not a bad gig, huh?
Tempest can't help fall off the crate laughing.
I know, it's pretty good. Who would ever expect that a once bandit leader is now a member of the Imperial Navy? I'm a lord.
We tried to kill you!
I know!
Then Lord Morgan was in what?
And now I'm serving the Empire, guiding all these ships effectively. I'm hunting down bandits.
Well, as an ex-bandit king, you'd be good at hunting down bandits.
Exactly. That's the kind of professionalism and knowledge I bring to the table, and I'm well paid. I'm well fed. I should have just become this sooner instead of ever going into banditry.
You see what happens when you get a noble profession? They give you money rather than you having to take it.
I know. They're so desperate right now, Tempus. I think we could clear a position for you. Admiral Tempus. Lord Malleator. What do you say? Not bad, huh? Go from port to port, have all these ladies swooning over you because they really want a bite to eat and they're desperate. But, I mean, you take advantage of a filly here and there. It's not a big deal.
I have nobler intentions, I'm afraid. I'll leave the maidens to you.
What? No. Look at you. Come on. Look at you. Nobler intentions.
I know, I'm a thief. I'm as bad as you.
Well, I mean, I'm an upstanding citizen. I'm an admiral. Admiral Ravinger.
Tempus just gives Ravenger a look. just a look. It's a case of, come on.
He's grinning. Yeah, it's,
Me and you are thieves and bandits.
life is, well, I'm a survivor first and foremost.
And a con man.
Survivor first and foremost.
And a thief.
Survivor first and foremost.
And a hustler.
Survivor first and foremost.
This goes on a while.
Ultimately, Tempus, what happened to me near Foghaven was... Never really got a chance to thank you. Not for saving me or letting me go. No, for changing my life. It was very difficult getting myself cured of what Cilia Melkor did to me. And I traveled, of course, to Dragonhall to help make matters right. But once I got cured of that, I realized that I needed to enter into a different profession. Now, a lot of people were getting into banditry, what with the whole food starvations and the longer winters. I realized that I needed to find a different line of work, so... Admiralty. It's apparently not that hard to tell people what to do.
Tempest just sort of like thinks on this for a few moments. I still can't imagine you as an admiral. It just somehow doesn't fit in my head.
Well, you better believe it. I've commanded the deaths of all manners of people. Bloodthirsty and cold, strangling the life out of the Empire monsters I've waged war on. All with a smile and service for the Dragon Emperor himself.
The Dragon Emperor?
Yes, the Dragon Empire, the Dragon Emperor. He resides in Axis. He's our lord. Didn't you know? Are you just now realizing that this is the Dragon Empire of the Dragon Emperor?
No, sorry. That was me out of character, just sort of pondering things.
I know, like,
Like, it was a case of, like, have I made a mistake here?
Then he kills you.
Like, wait a minute, nope. Tempest will just sort of continue, just sort of listening, nodding, evergreen.
He doesn't offer all that much. He doesn't have a loose tongue.
He's being very tactical with what he says.
Perhaps. He's apparently fooled a few people in his day. Enough to be an admiral.
Yep, that's at least an achievement.
And by his word, he doesn't really know a damn thing about these boats.
Just winging it as he goes.
He's just pretending.
He's just rolling those bluff checks. Go up those things. Make the thing go faster. Yes, Captain.
That's admiral to you.
Don't admirals have multiple ships?
Yeah, he commands an entire, like, a small fleet, a flotilla, that the other player characters commissioned quite a number of months ago. He has been in their service ever since.
Oh
We have two flotillas to our name, yeah.
Oh, did we not tell you?
We also have a small army of mages, paladins, and garrison units. We have another group of mages and quite a few engineers that are currently repairing Proudfort.
It's like a year. It's like a year or so past in game.
We had a lot more people, but they died in a demonic invasion. So.
We don't want to talk about that.
There was a demonic invasion?
Yes, they were going to burn and pillage in the dwarven lands, but we moved up there and
Yeah, there was
did
a
horrible
session
battle with them.
that you missed, Gryph, whenever they went up there into dwarven lands.
Well, shit.
We did a whole tour, doing work in Santa Cora, Horizon, Axis. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, they went on a world tour.
I feel so out of the loop.
You didn't know we're generals of an army? All right.
Yeah, Lord Ravinger. All the players when they saw him basically like, what the fuck?
Well,
Those
guess we
characters
can't
didn't know.
ask, because we don't know. My character doesn't... You're the only one.
Yep, Tempus is the only player character who knows Ravinger's sordid history in Foghaven.
Oh, and it's spending the time catching up with him and just keeping his mouth shut, not sharing the past of Ravenger with anyone else.
By the
Except
way, he's
with
a
Ravenger.
conman and a criminal, just scamming you. Like, what?
He doesn't know how to steer a ship.
Well, you are also a
We
criminal,
don't
Tempus,
believe
I
you.
guess I
Tempus,
respect
why would you say that?
Oh, no, there's honor amongst thieves.
It's like, which one of these conmen can I trust?
Well, we can have them duel.
Lord Moria would probably just like stab the motherfucker inside.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he doesn't like him. He actually knows, but can't prove anything.
Maybe.
Every time they have a conversation, he's like, you don't fucking know anything.
Yeah. He's also a young upstart, so...
I can imagine
What
this.
school did you go to? And he's like, the good one?
The Foghaven School of Admiralty? What the fuck?
That's not a good thing.
I guess
Yeah,
you've never
yes,
been
it
to
is.
my side
There's
of the
this
Dragon
place,
Empire.
like the door is literally in the water.
I hate you with a burning passion.
That's a throwback.
Sheep has just like cut himself right now.
I am thoroughly enjoying all of this.
But at least the grass looks good.
That's good.
How's am I enjoying
Nice and
this?
fresh. Shall we set off to the Wildwood?
I don't know, I'm enjoying this banter.
What,
Yeah, I
the
think we
Tempest
should.
and Ravenger?
Let's see who decides to ambush us once we get there.
Is there anything else that Tempest specifically would like to say or ask of Ravinger?
What ambitions have you got other than get paid and get more ships?
Survival for starters. Have you seen the world recently?
Yeah.
The conman can't make a decent buck around here.
Yet you seem to be doing quite well for yourself, Mr. Survivor.
A lot of effort. Not everyone can pretend to be an admiral. It takes dedication.
And a lot of mimicry.
Dedication.
We're not going down that road again.
Ravinger is very adamant on his like specific word set.
As Tempest the Thesaurus keeps citing alternate.
I know, like synonyms for it.
No, that's Tempest. Tempest will have little discussions, more sharing like Prince of Shadow things. Since he believes that Ravinger is a part of the Prince of Shadows in some way.
Ravinger does know the code phrases and the sign language. He is familiar with the jargon.
It's kind I'm imagining Prince of Shadows talk is like listening to Cockney slang. It's just like random words mingled in together to anyone.
Yes, sir. Thieves can't. That would effectively be how it is. Yeah, he's single. He's been that way for a while. Saline hasn't heard from her in a long while. Possibly still in Dragonhall. Who knows? Who can say? He doesn't care. He is getting all of the attention that he needs whenever he goes from city to city. Because again, he's an admiral. People are desperate for food.
It's pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
So he just even some noble ladies at this point. He's gotten some high quality.
Attention.
Yes. Massages.
Would you like your son to have this loaf of bread, milady? I'm an admiral, you know. Man. That doesn't really spread a good name for the Imperial Admiral, right?
That really is the extent of what he's doing. And he'll also tell Tempest that he's not alone. there's quite a number of people who are seeing their grand positions of power and impressing upon the even more desperate masses. There was already corruption to begin with, but now, this is everyone's chance.
Good thing we have those paladins.
The paladins are all like, we will corrupt more.
Maybe we should place a paladin at the Lord Dragonkin's side at all times.
We're worried for your safety, my lord.
Well, if only our characters didn't know that he didn't think that he was an honorable admiral, right?
Yes, if only.
We have no reason to think
We could
otherwise.
take everything away
I
from
mean-
him.
You're
and
too
dump
valuable
him in
to
the
lose.
Necropolis.
I mean, objectively, he has done well so far, so...
Yeah.
He hasn't
Which is-
failed on any of his missions.
Oh, more
Yeah,
like,
it's scary,
more like
considering he has
Morgan
no- he has no
Malrian is
reasoning.
just amazing and working for two.
that could be it too.
And Tempus just got offered an admiralty as well.
You guys commission like another war fleet, fucking like it's like it's like Lord Malleator.
Oi there!
Uh,
Well, we've
Well,
decided to
this
send our admirals to fight the menace on the middle of the Iron Sea. Go now. Go battle.
uh,
Oh well.